Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Samuel Dano and this is Keeping It Real with Dano. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate you. And if you're just visiting this channel for the very first time, please do me a favor, click on the red subscription button and turn on the notification bell. Here at Keeping It Real with Dano, we bring to you travel abroad opportunities for studies, scholarship opportunities, of course, and for work. We also bring to you challenges faced by immigrants, okay, living abroad, and the reality versus the myth of life abroad. And we'll do this unfiltered with an unbiased view, okay? We bring people here to share their experience so you can learn from it and also know how to navigate through them, okay, what the experience and how they were able to go through it. We'll bring them here to speak to us on different issues. If these are things that actually interest you, please subscribe to the channel. So today we'll be talking about something very important, and today's video is mostly for international students in the UK and those hoping to come to the UK. Now, it is common knowledge that the UK launched the care visa earlier this year, which allow care agencies and companies to recruit international staff from outside the UK, okay, and many other staff. But this visa have seen a lot of people from Africa also come to the UK to work. All right. Now, recently have been a kind of a twist in this, such that a lot of these companies are now focusing mostly on people within the UK, and in so doing, some of them has even narrowed it down more even to students who are currently on Tier 4 visa looking to switch to Tier 2 visa to work visa, and that is actually what I want to talk about here, because first of all, um, let's look at it this way. If you, as a student, irrespective of what you're studying, accept the post-study, accept the care visa, you have effectively left the student route, right? Now you are now being sponsored and legally contracted to this employer for the period of your sponsorship. It could be 2 years, 2.5 years, it could be 3 years, it could be 5 years. All right. Now, once you have done that, okay, what that also means is that you don't even have the chances of applying for the post-study work visa again, right? Good. Now let's look at what that means to you. Now, some of us have come to the UK to study courses that aligns with our interests, with our passion, and with our career aspirations. Now, once you accept to take, once you leave your student route, okay, and you are now legally contracted to a care company or agency, what that means is that you are the chances of you practicing the course or your area of passion or your profession of your dream or whatever has become very slim. And I will tell you why. The first is this, is that you cannot at any point in time apply for post-study anymore, because one of the requirements of post-study is that you need to have a valid student visa. What that does is that whether or not you enjoy that care job, you have no option than to see through your sponsorship. Because if at any point you say, man, this is not for me, I need to have a rethink. Now, if at any point you start having that thinking, what you should notice that once you leave that care job, you also lose that visa sponsorship. And what that also means is that you will not have any legal status to even stay back in the UK and look for a job in your career in that aligns with your career aspiration. Now, I do not know why a lot of companies, care companies and agencies are now focusing on people with valid tier 4 visa. Okay, I don't know why, but I think it's a trap. Now, let me explain. After your studies, you are allowed to stay in the UK for 2 years under the post-study work visa and look for a job, right? Now, there are companies that even though they have license to sponsor you in your field of study because they did your service, some of them will prefer you to work with them for at least 6 months, which I don't blame them, because sponsorship is an investment. It's an investment in you. They are also trusting that you are able to do this job. So that's 6 months for them, allow you to go through the probation period, and then they can also establish if you are able to do this job they are employing you to do. So once you have left your tier 2 visa, your tier 4 visa to care visa, okay, you will not have that opportunity to work for that company for 6 months, because you are already working for a care home And most your job, if your job, your work is mostly day shift, then you cannot even do that. You cannot work for that 6 months and even stand a chance of being sponsored to practice the area of interest. Now, if you are somebody who is passionate about care and enjoy doing it, that is good. That is fine. But again, that course you are studying. Now, there are a lot of courses in the UK shortage occupation list, and there are also lots of courses that are not there. But the job market, the demand for that profession in the job market is very high. If you are studying a course that may have a very good prospect of you getting a job in the UK, and you switch from your tier 4 visa to a care visa, what that means is that the chances of you getting that job, even though the jobs are there, is slim. Because you have to see through your 3 years of sponsorship with that care company. And after that 3 years, for you to continue staying in the UK, you also need to get another 2 years, because you need 5 years to have a permanent residence, right? By the time you have seen through that 5 years, remember, the UK hates gaps in your CV. And some of those, what you are doing in care may be very unrelated with the area of your area of studies, which also means that it may be very unrelated with the job they should be applying for. And because they're not related, that cannot come into your CV as relevant experience. By the time you have your permanent residence and begin to apply for that job, you expect to have relevant experience. Whether will tell you maybe 2 years, 3 years, and so on. But you don't have it because those 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, you'll be working in care. Yes, for some people who are into IT, there may be kind of some route you can pass through to switch, like do some trainings, undergo some maybe 6 months program somewhere, and all of that. But that is not applicable in all professions. So before you jump into that tier 4, into that tier 2 visa, because you believe it's a very beautiful opportunity, please sit back and think what it does to your career, what it does to your passion. And there is this psychological torture that you go through when you are doing a job that you don't enjoy, that does not align with your passion. And one disadvantage is that most of the time you don't want to give your best. You don't do the job because you have to do it. And the care sector is a very delicate sector that if you don't give your best, a little mistake can land you in jail. So before you take that job, because of that sponsorship, because that my chances of the years I need to spend in the UK to get the permanent residence to 5 years, think about it. The reason for your post-study work visa is so that you can stay in the UK and look for a job. Now, I understand if you have been in the UK, probably you've seen through your studies, you're in your post-study work visa, and it's getting to the maybe 6 months to expiration, you're not getting that job. I understand at that point you want to hold on to something that will keep you back, which is perfectly understood. But as a student on the tier 4 visa, who may be studying courses, maybe project management, logistics and supply chain management, cybersecurity, data science, data analytics, and many of these professional courses with a lot of jobs. Now, how do you know if your course is very much in demand? Go to LinkedIn, go to Indeed, go to most of these online job boards and search for related roles in your course and see how many of them pops up. Some of them may have been there for 3 months. They have not been able to fill. Some 6 months. Okay? Before you take that care visa, do a research on what you are studying and the chances of getting a job in the UK. Then sit back and see how taking this care visa reduces your chances of working there. And if it is really what you want to do. I have worked in care while as a student. Now I'm going to share experience with you. In August 2021, I work in care. I have a friend who got sponsorship as a senior carer even before the care visa was introduced. He told me about it. I applied to the same company. I did some processes. At the end of the day, they sent me a skilled worker visa agreement form for me to fill, and they will start processing my visa, which within 2 weeks, according to them, I will get it. But then again, I sat back and I look at myself. I'm studying cybersecurity, and I have the prospect of getting a job in cybersecurity in the UK is very high. Okay, and I thought of how I will be able to come back into that field if I commit myself for 3 years or 5 years to this care job, and I turned down that offer. There are things I had to do to increase my chances of getting a job in the UK as an international student, and I'm going to do a video on that. So if you're international students in the UK or you are planning to come to the UK for studies, please subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell. I'm going to do 2 videos that focuses on getting a job in the UK. First of all, it's increasing your chances of getting a job, and secondly, issues around securing placement as an international student. I'm going to share my experience because I did it. I'm going to bring someone who's going to share experience, and I'm going to tell you the things you need to do to get a job in the UK. Most of the time requires a UK work experience. We are going to tell you how you can get that even as a student, and how that will count in for you and increase your chance of securing a job in the UK. So subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell because that video will be coming in very soon. Now, I would like to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think switching from post-study from your Tier 4 visa straight to care visa, irrespective of the course of study, is a good idea? I want us to drive this conversation so that a lot of people can learn about it. Share your thoughts in the comment section, and I hope I'm able to add value to you. And if I have, please subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell. And most importantly, please like this video. Share it with your friends who are studying in the UK or plan to come to the UK, so they can listen to this and get their mind prepared, and they can look at their options, okay, and think about it very well before they take a step that will take them away from their passion, their career, and their dreams. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.